Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Taurus, I'm going to do two things in this reading for you. Well, one I've already done prior to sitting down and turning on the camera. So I come into the reading and I'm trying to kind of get into your energy and see if I get sort of an intuitive message. For everyone else, I've been seeing like a tarot card with a message that would come in with it. But do you know, the only thing that I can get with yours is I'm not seeing any tarot cards. I'm just like this weird feeling like misplaced something. Like a feeling of having misplaced something. But it's not like you're looking for your keys, or it's almost as if like something's missing and you can't figure out what it is. It's almost like just a feeling. Like something's off. Something's off. Something's misplaced. Something's missing. You know, it's a little bit like the feeling if you're going on a long trip somewhere and you've packed up the car and you got everything in there. You kind of went over the list. You're pretty sure you got it all in there, and you're driving. And you're like 15 or 20 minutes into the drive and you just suddenly start to get that feeling. Like, I forgot something. I forgot something. I forgot something. And it's almost as if the minute you release, trying to figure out what it is, then you go, shit, the dog's leash. You know, like it's just, I don't know what it is. I want to say too, I mean, maybe this is some sort of an energy that you might be going into where you might be forgetting the odd thing. So try not to rush. Try not to rush around. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into, I've combined two tarot decks, my Wizard's Tarot deck and my Steampunk deck, both by Barbara Moore. And I'm going to shuffle them out. I'm going to see what card comes out. The card that comes out is sort of the topic of your reading. Why we're here. Why the universe wants to talk to you. And I'm going to pull out cards to see what comes out. I'm also, the devil. Yeah, watch where things get misplaced. Don't let the devil get into your head as well. I'm going to use my teeny tiny everyday witch deck to clarify for you. So, Taurus. Really interesting energy that I've stepped into with you. So let's see what we get here. What is the topic of discussion in this reading for Taurus? The topic of discussion in this reading for Taurus. The Six of Swords. This is so weird. This crazy shit. These people are in a vehicle going somewhere. Right? I picked up on that. It's like you're getting in a vehicle. You're going on a trip. It's a motorcycle with a sidecar. It's almost like it's kind of funny. It's because there's a woman like clutching a child in the sidecar, and it's almost like she can't even open her eyes to see where she's going, and perhaps because she's already been somewhere really terrible. The kid is looking at the guy driving the motorcycle. The guy driving the motorcycle is, I don't know who you are in this. Yeah, really, really interesting. Like, are you leaving something and not having a chance to take everything with you? There's really no room for luggage in this. It really honestly has the feeling of, it reminds me of like, if it was a storyboard reading and we had just come from the Five of Pentacles, because often it's like a person and a child or two people that are out in the cold. They're homeless, or they've been driven out of something, or they've had to drive themselves out of something. And it's almost like this person has come and rescued them. So I don't know who you are in that scenario. Maybe some of you are the one in the sidecar, and maybe some of you are the one driving the motorcycle, like taking someone out of, I want to say, a feeling of a vulnerability and despair. And maybe the universe is doing this to you, taking you out of some sort of a cycle of vulnerability and despair. The High Priestess. Interesting. Flipped right out. Your cards are very, what was that? The Sun. Wow. It's, you know, this is kind of the feeling that I would get, because the Six of Swords is usually a very good energy. I want to say the dude driving the motorcycle is working in conjunction with the universe for good, because the Six of Swords is trying to take you out of a bad energy or situation, right? Like it comes in after the Five of Swords. So there might have been something you just had to end. You had to get out of that regardless of whatever. You know, you just had to go with it. And the High Priestess, like you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know that you're on your way to, like you're coming out of the dark alley and you're headed right towards the sun. You're headed to an open field. It's safe, it's warm, it's lush, but you wouldn't even know because this is like night and day. It absolutely is. It's night and day. It was messy. The Ten of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. That's interesting. Let me keep going, but it has sort of the feeling of you're headed towards something where like a heavy burden would be lifted and others are there to help. The High Priestess, the Queen of Cups. The Sun is the Four of Swords. The Ten of Wands is the Sun. Whoa. The Three of Pentacles, the Empress. Wow, this is magical. This feeling has this feeling. Well, the feeling in this reading is kind of like magical. And even like I would describe that sort of light and dust above their heads is kind of magical. The Five of Cups. Coming out of a period of disappointment, like big emotional disappointments in your life or in some sort of cycle. But yes, there's something about this reading that has that, it smacks a little bit of the idea of too good to be true. I'm just going to say it. So if things start to be going your way suddenly, and it's like, this is too good to be true. Well, it's happening, so it's true. That's what I want to say for you. Because I just can't help but the initial energy here, like the way she's just holding the kid and just like, really don't look ahead. Try not to see what's up ahead. Try not to see what's up ahead. So some of you may be feeling like, don't even look at what's ahead right now. Your inner child could even be what you're coddling in the sidecar. And I'm saying that, so I'm feeling more and more like you're the one in the sidecar. And your inner child is looking like, it's okay to look. I think this is good. Because this child is looking at the person driving the motorcycle. They're not afraid to look. I do feel like with the Sun, with the Four of Swords under it, it's like whatever a dream or wish you've had for yourself, perhaps there's been an extended period of time where you haven't been able to achieve this with the Four of Swords. You've been in a cycle of rest and healing, rest and healing, rest and healing. Dealing with perhaps heavy issues, heavy burdens, heavy responsibilities that take precedence over the Sun, because then the Sun is under that. It keeps trying to peek through. It's like going through a cloudy period, and the weathermen keep saying, the sun's going to come out. And it's sort of, the clouds thin, and you can, and then the clouds come in again. You're like, let's go back inside. We're not going to be able to do the picnic. It's probably going to rain. It's not feeling like, what? But your inner child here, I want to say it's the inner child, is looking out and seeing where this is going. And I'll tell you, the Three of Pentacles with the Empress, it's going almost like, it just feels like you get somewhere and there's all these wonderful people, and these wonderful people are creating like an amazing type of magic in their own sense. And this is a place where you grow. You grow together. You grow abundance. You grow ideas. These ideas become the fruit of the future. And with the Empress, it's almost like then you uncover, you walk into this magical house, and there's the fairy queen that's, got it all going on. It's just a really interesting reading. Honestly, it kind of has a Cinderella feeling. I would describe it like a Cinderella feeling. But no, there's something more, because my fairy tales, I'm not up on them. It's a little bit like that. Like, The Cinderella fairy tale. The Six of Swords. Oh, but I want to say too. Okay, now I'm looking at this thinking, I was thinking, ooh, Empress, Venus. Taurus and Libra have Venus energy. So this is even something that you yourself will become in time, in this dynamic, whatever this dynamic is. Like, you will meet your fullest potential. You will be able to create in your fullest potential. Bask in your best abundance. The Six of Swords. The Queen of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. There's definitely, these are two different energies, very different, which is also how we describe what's going on in the scene. Like, if this person wasn't in the sidecar, they wouldn't be moving. They wouldn't be going anywhere. But the one in the side, the one driving the motorcycle is like, I've got the gas, let's go. So, I mean, I would see the Queen of Wands as that too. I've got the gas, let's go. And the Knight of Pentacles is that, well, we should go pretty slow. We should go pretty slow. Be really careful, be really cautious. Well, I don't know. I'm going to drive this and see what happens. So it's funny. I don't know if you're about to like bump into an individual that has a very different energy than you, or the universe is just going to kind of like play things out in a certain way that it's pretty much impossible for you to say no in terms of going in some sort of a new direction here. The High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. The High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. The Eight of Swords. Wow, this is feeling like it can't go there, right? Or it's off limits. It's almost like feeling like on some level, a dream you had for yourself is off limits. Could it be finding, like with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, could it be finding the deepest capacity of love in life? Like experiencing that, exploring it, the hidden realms of love, the hidden mysteries of love. The Sun and the Four of Swords. The Ace of Swords and Justice. Well, my goodness, talk about an absolute truth. Absolute, unequivocal truth. Something that is written and cannot be denied. Waiting and waiting. I'm just really drawn to the word law on the book here. So waiting for some sort of law to be fulfilled. Well, that's interesting. Interesting message. I know I'm sitting here because I'm not sure what to say. That's really interesting. This has something to do with what's going on in the US right now. I really try not to get political or into anybody's views. So, I just want to say that I feel like on some level here, something is going to work out really, really well for the feminine energy in regards to something going on in the US with the laws. Anyway, so now we're going to go to, I'm just saying what I see here. The Ten of Wands and the Sun. The Ten of Wands and the Sun. The Ten of Wands and the Sun. The Eight of Wands. It's like lifting just enough of some sort of burden so that you can move. I don't want to say it's an entire burden that gets lifted, because you're going from the 10 to the 8. You're kind of like taking with you what you know still has value. It's almost being able to sort through your conflicts in life, or sort through the baggage that you carry, and being able to pick and choose and say, that baggage I'm keeping behind. This and this and this, I can see how this could help me in the future. And you're taking this with you. You're taking this with you. So you're kind of learning to build on, this is the sense you're going somewhere here that is a very, very, very different energy from where you've been. and not necessarily deciding every single thing from my past is going in the garbage can and I'm going absolutely fresh start into the future. There's some things that have value. So that's interesting. This is almost like, yeah, wait a second, right? With this Knight of, there's a couple things I need to pack here. That feeling that I had at the beginning is if you're forgetting something or you're missing something. So this takes us to Three of Pentacles and the Empress. I feel the Three of Pentacles, the Moon. Yeah, you don't see it at all. You don't see it at all. And it might even be some sort of, there might be some levels of fear associated with collaborating with other people or working with other people, perhaps based on past disappointments. The Empress. Well, she has a lot to say. The World, the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. You're definitely, wow, you're closing off. I think that made my singing bowls go. You're closing off this cycle of, I don't know what I would describe it. It literally is like there's a forecast for sun and then, you know, the clouds show up again. Like, what the hell? They keep saying it's going to be sunny, but then it gets cloudy. You're closing off that cycle. You have to push through some level of fear in terms of working with others. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not really, what is this fear of working with others? Oh my God, reaching your true potential? The Empress. Too good to be true? It's the Empress is your fear. It's either, well, too, it could be even like finding, oh, that's an interesting message. This, okay, the last part here, it feels like coming to terms within yourself of what your real value is, and maybe never even having had the opportunity in your life yet, or in some particular situation, to live up to that for yourself and for others, to that great potential, or that sort of like something great within you. And then recognizing it in another person and realizing that you have to own up to it. Like this person, this group deserves this part of you. Like it is stepping into something big here, like the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. It definitely is sitting on your throne and having more than enough to equally give and take with others. But the Empress sits under the Three of Pentacles, and it is your big fear. It's like, you know, if you've always, not necessarily, maybe on some level, pretended to be small, or allowed yourself to be small in scenarios and relationships because it was easier. Kind of like lazy, maybe lazy in some way. Being with people of maybe a lower moral standing, or with less drive, desire, right? Like this, yeah, because she's, how am I trying to hold these all up? This is one of those readings where it's coming in so much, it's hard to find the right words for it, right? Like you're being driven to somewhere where I feel like your potential is enormous. And you have this, but you've never had to use it before. You've never had to prove to yourself that you really were this. And you know, if you step into these footprints that are kind of meant for you, that you can't step back, because you show yourself in your absolute true potential. It's the best part of you. And you can't go back to how you muffled that or how you made that small. But there's a big question here with the Seven of Cups in terms of like a lot of choices. What is the Seven of Cups about for Taurus? The Knight of Cups, how to move forward. Wow, well, how to bring the Empress forward, because the Empress is Venus. And Venus is love, is expressing love, is showing love, it's being love. And Venus too wants to be loved and wants to experience love and wants to give love. Interesting, Taurus. Oh, look at you. Wow, you have the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Two of Wands and the Hermit and the Chariot. These are very singular energies. Very singular. Oh my goodness. Your underline is this pre-Empress. The Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress or the Empress in protection. And look at this, like imagining what could be out in the world for you, but you know you have to grow beyond the boundaries that you've made for yourself. So that's kind of the thing here, growing beyond the boundaries that you've made for yourself. Which way do you go when you really have all the answers you need to find? Which way do you go? Where are you going to go? Did you? Wow. Okay. I'm going to go to the extended Taurus. I'm going to continue with the same deck. I'm going to keep pulling out and see where the energy takes us. Thank you so much, my bovine babies. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.